The stars hang bright above, silent, as if they watched the sleeping earth.
In the beginning, the dream was and was all, rocking and pulsing in the black honey of space. It danced, and the dream became a star. It danced, and the dream became a body. It danced, and the dream became a great flower, full and rich and breathing light and darkness, full of song. The dream flower danced, full of deer and sparrow, full of coral and cave rock, full of night wind and sea anemone. When it was so full, it could not hold its own flower song in itself. The star body of the dreaming earth bloomed.
Black, 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 mother, mother, mother dreams of fruit.
Black mother dreams of fruit.
Black, 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 mother, mother, mother dreams of fruit.
The wet sap inside, the seed rocking in the pulp.
Black mother,
She is a shadow made of water and skin.
black mother,
She holds the feast of her heart in her mouth, like dark honey on the tongue.
black, 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 mother, mother, mother dreams of fruit.
Black mother dreams of fruit.
Black, 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 mother, mother, mother dreams of fruit. She turns in her night earth bed, her hips wrapped thick with mycelium and old moth weeds.
reflections of all worlds, above, below, within, without, organiform elegance. Earth is
Air, fire, water, spirit.
as is all, so our bodies are. No surprise, only wonder.
Wonder.
Bones, rock containing moist clay beds of marrow, strong though porous and fluted. Flesh of soil and mud, binding and filling crevices built from beneath and above. Within and without, forest of luxuriant growth,
Luxuriant growth.
bald tundra, swampy secret places. Dragons' mouths ripple their lips, dripping fangs
Dripping
flowing
fangs.
in slow time. A hand clearly proffers shoals of anemone and jellyfish in a pitch black jungle, lit by eyes and imagination of self-aware witnesses, imbibing and imparting wonder through
Wonder.
observation, collective immersion and sharing. Who is to say we encroach on this if we are part of this?
We are part of this.
There is use, and
Use.
abuse,
Abuse.
reverence
Reverence.
and stasis.
Stasis.
The earth does what it wants,
The earth does
The
what it
earth
wants.
does what it wants.
deeper and darker yet.
Deeper and darker.
Blinded by lightness of being, no shadows in this place, only deepest shade.
Deepest shade.
The rhythmic tick-tock of plastic time mirrors the heartbeat below. Ghost moonlight
Ghost
from absolute ebony. And I am home.
ends. Infinity, eternity, intertwine and consume.
An endless act of love.
Pushed, pulled apart, cycles of stories.
My stars and moon embrace me.
Ecstasy upon ecstasy.
Space grows between.
The boy chills my bones.
Too many. It no doubt appears foolish and superstitious to believe the world could change for the better. Sometimes in winter, it grows so bitingly cold that one says, it's simply too cold. What do I care whether summer ever comes? The bad outweighs the good. But whether we like it or not, an end finally comes to the hard frost. And one fine morning, the wind has turned, and we have a thaw. And so, I still have hope it can improve.
This must be the wood.
Alice said thoughtfully to herself,
where things have no names.
The clearest way into the universe is through a forest wilderness.
Silence, children, fear no harm. Darkness below us, hear her song. Something is growing deep in her arms. Mother is present, hear her song. Day
toward the gardens, toward the orchards.
And I shall have some peace there.
I am going.
For peace comes dropping slow.
If you want to stay here, stay
Dropping
here.
from the veils of the morning.
I am going.
To where the cricket sings.
My day is dark without her face.
There midnight's all a glimmer.
Toward that bright flame I am going.
And noon a purple glow.
My soul is racing ahead of me.
And evening full of linnet's wings.
It says, the body is too slow for me. I am going.
The sky is round.
The smell of apples arises from the orchard of my soul.
And I've heard that the earth is round.
One with.
Like a ball.
And I am gone.
And so are all the stars.
Toward a feast of apples. I am going.
The wind in its greatest power.
A sudden wind won't blow me over.
Whirls.
Toward her like a mountain of iron.
Birds make their nests in circles.
I am going.
For theirs is the same religion as ours.
My shirt is ripped open with the pain of loss.
Even the seasons form a great circle in their changing.
Searching for a new life.
But always come back again to where they were.
My head held high.
I am part of all you see in nature.
I am going.
Part of all you feel.
I am fire, though I seem like oil.
I am the impact of the bee upon the blossom.
Seeking to be the fuel of her fire. I am going.
In the tree, I am the sap.
I appear as a steady mountain.
That shall reveal.
Yet bit by bit.
The leaf, the bloom.
Toward that tiny opening.
That flows and flutes
I
up from the darkness.
am
Through its roots.
Going.
The earth is a wave, no static matrix,
but a slow tumble of bone and stone, a green crash of leaves and moss.
Foaming, frothing, flung from crest, spores released in spray and mist.
The earth is a flame, brightly burning particle.
powdered grain bursting a light, a firework racing through a larger night.
The earth is a breeze, breathes in and out, and over and over.
Till tickled and teased, the cosmic giant laughs and sneezes.
The earth is.
The spider on its web was an engineer
There is as much to be discovered and to astonish
who spanned her delicate reaches
in magnifying an insect
in terms of discipline and order
as a star.
that were beyond my grasp.
How absolute and omnipotent is the silence of the night. And yet the stillness seems almost audible. From the measureless depths of air around us comes a half sound, a half whisper, as if you could hear the crumbling and falling away of the earth,
Is crammed with heaven.
and all created things in the miracle of nature. Decay and reproduction, ever beginning, never ending. The gradual lapse and running of the sand in the great hourglass of time.
Of time.
The field has eyes. The wood has ears. I will look, be silent, and listen.
Be silent.
Listen. People from a planet without flowers would think we must be mad with joy the whole time to have the things about us.
A seed hidden in the heart of an apple is an orchard invisible.
An apple is a beautiful thing. Each glow, a world. The fire of the sun, water drawn through roots, delicious black earth, pollen flown through the air on the backs of bees. And in the center, time to marvel, to savor every moment like the perfect bite. Each taste sweet and sour, pulsing on the tongue with vitality, the energy to pluck and gather, to wander and see. This orchard is my home, but like these trees, I have often longed to stretch my roots. It was in the middle of the pluck that it happened.
Iduna, I have seen the most marvelous thing.
Loki, you're just in time. Have an apple.
Oh, what is this marvelous thing?
Outside this orchard, even outside the gates of Asgard, I saw a tree. It was the king of all trees. Its leaves shone golden in the sun, and from its branches,
Yes?
and from its branches hung the most delicious apples. The tastiest I'd ever tasted. Even better than this.
The trees whisper to me sometimes.
Family in the wildlands, roots spreading beneath the soil, only to sprout again, leaping from the ground in joy.
Forrest saw one with a great tree,
Singing the dream song, the language of growing things.
I'd like to see this tree. Take me.
Walk upon the earth, you of flesh and blood. Travel wide and far, know that you are blessed. We will travel too, slowly toward the sun, reaching toward the center. Know that we are blessed. Sing a song of growth to badger and to dove. We are home to many, just as we are home.
Is it much farther? The light is fading. I don't see it. Loki? Loki? Don't let the eagle take me! Loki! The tops of the trees look like waves of water. I've never seen them like this before. Where are we going? Okay. The land is turning rough and barren. The trees are stumps of cut timber. Rocks strike the poison earth like jagged teeth.
Do not fear, little orchard keeper. Give me what I desire, and you shall soon be home among your precious trees.
What can I have that you want?
Why, the greatest treasure of all, the apple of life. Why should immortality belong only to the gods? Give me your apple, and you shall go free.
Why do you want to live forever?
Look at this place! There's nothing left for a giant like me. We've taken all the land has to offer. Its nourishment, its riches. But your apple alone will sustain me. I'll live like a king among my people. They will worship me as their god.
You could have said that you would use the seeds from this apple to grow new trees, or use its strength to restore the land. But I will not give you the strength to spread your blight throughout the rest of the earth.
Then I'll just take it.
cannot be taken by force, giant. It must be freely given or not at all. What did the taste of the apple give you? Blood? Maggots? Death?
Laugh all you can! You'll stay here in this cave until you're in a more giving mood. Stay here in the dark with the bats forever. But you will give me your apple.
I am a seed, buried deep in the warmth of the earth, dreaming of possibilities. I am the echo of a fallen tree, mourning the dead earth above me. Where a tree once grew, a grave! The wilds have been ravaged! Where a stream once flowed, the banks have cracked. No dragonflies float, nor lilies grow.
Bats remember a velvet dusk, the air was soft, the fruit was sweet.
Before the giants brought bitter cold and cut the trees and salted soil.
They worked by day, those boldy boys, to task the earth and fill with smoke.
At night we went
To see the earth
with open wound, her beauty soiled.
We keep her close inside our hearts. We daughters dream, we sons retain.
For she will heal in time, when no more giants do remain.
For she will heal in time,
In time,
in time,
when no more giants do remain.
Thank you. That giant will never receive my apple, but for you bats, the seeds to grow the trees again when it's safe. Yutuna, it's me, Loki.
The bird!
Loki? Come home. The gods miss you.
How? You're too small to carry me.
No time for lessons. Take a tail feather, little bird.
Your hands. Oh, Briar. Briar! Your golden hair turned to white. Even you, quick Loki, have slowed. Without the blessings of the good green earth, time weighs heavily upon you. The blessings of the earth. Strength. Vitality. Determination. Grace. And all the joy of a life well lived.
Having never known what it was to be without the blessings of your orchard, we now know that eternity itself is barren without them. We honor you and your blessings.
We vow to protect this orchard.
We vow to protect the wild.
The gods will fight to sustain the land. All of us.
An apple is a beautiful thing. I want to sleep the dream of the apples, to withdraw from the tumult of cemeteries.
I want to sleep the dream of that child who longed to cut his heart on the high seas. I don't want to hear again that the dead do not lose their blood, that the putrid mouth goes on asking for water.
I don't want to learn of the tortures of the grass, nor of the moon with the serpent's tongue that labors before dawn.
I want to sleep a while.
A while.
A minute.
A century.
But all must know that I have not died.
That there is a stable of gold in my lips.
That I
and the small friend of the west wind. That I
and the intense shadow of my tears. Cover me at dawn with a veil.
For dawn will throw fistfuls of ants at me.
And wet with hard water my shoes.
So that the pincers of the scorpion slide. For I want to sleep, dream of the apples, to learn a lament that will cleanse me to earth.
For I want to live with that dark child who longed to cut his heart on the high seas. Love in your arms, strength is nestled in your heart, make a new way. She holds in her arms wishes for death. She buries her secrets there. She buries her secrets there. Find a new way to show in the world, and find your answer there.
Earth laughs in flowers to see her boastful boys. Earth proud, proud of the earth which is not theirs, who steer the plow but cannot steer their feet clear of the grave.
Oh, earth, lie heavily upon her eyes. Seal her sweet eyes, weary of watching earth. Lie close about her. Leave no room for mirth with its harsh laughter, nor for sound of sighs. She hath no questions. She hath no replies. Hushed in and curtained round with a blessed dearth of all that irked her from the hour of birth, with stillness that is almost paradise.
Darkness, more clear than the noonday, holdeth her.
Silence, more musical than any song.
Even her very heart has ceased to stir. Until the morning of eternity, her rest shall not begin nor end, but be. And when she wakes, she will not think it long.
I reason, earth is short, and anguish absolute, and many hurt. But what of that? I reason we could die. The best in vitality cannot excel decay. But what of that? I reason that in heaven somehow it will be even, some new equation given. But what of that?
Love in your arms, strength is nestled in your heart, make a new way. She holds in her arms wishes for death. She buries her secrets there. She buries her secrets there. Find a new way to show in the world, and find your answer there. Find a new way to show in the world, and find your answer there.
Beloved, the earth is made of ancestors. The ancestors are a river running through our hearts. Our hearts are made of cells stirred with stardust, and stardust is a song in the bones of our children, our beloved. The earth is made of ancestors.
Through rock and river of bone and blood, under the mountain.
Hear skull, hear teeth, hear mouth pursed with silence.
The weight of the dead beloved pressing into the silt and the sand. The sap of the pine speaks and says, the mothers and fathers dance in the light of their keeping.
Here is the hand of a dancer giving birth to the widening oak.
Clavicle to clavicle, melting there in the star and the fist of the planet. Down in the bedrock of my body, there is a stone.
Ghost light in the granite here.
Here is the tongue of a singer giving birth to the sparrow, the fox.
Open lips and hands, and down in the bedrock of her body, there is a light.
In the knuckle.
And
In the small of your back.
Here is the body of a sister, open chest to the sweetness of the river.
open chest to the songs of grandmothers and kings, all singing beneath the ground.
Darkness, more clear than noonday, holdeth her.
Silence,
More musical than any song.
A rock has being or spirit, although we may not understand it.
Let us sing to silence. Let us praise it without words, seeking to vibrate ecstatic, bound only in sweetly shifting chords. Let my spirit and soul sink unto thy uttermost depths. Let my body lie in its cold grave. You enfold me in warm embrace. Life flows from this surface, dropping below that invisible aquifer, draining towards some deeper unknown. We will wait for her tears of joy, overflowing, buoying us up from darkness. Together we will spring into that meadow of delight, shouting flowers all.
Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother. Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother. The earth is our mother. We dwell upon her face. She embraces us with beauty. She feeds us with her grace. Her bones are the mountains pushing to the sky. Her valleys the sweet caress of her generous giving thighs. Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother. Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother. She cups within her hands the waters that we drink, which flow through cavern capillaries hidden underneath. Her anger shakes us suddenly, a turning in her sleep. Subduction, divergence, her ever-changing face. Hot lava boiling suddenly to lay the land to waste. Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother. Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother. From dark earth grows the grasses, the flowers and the trees. From destruction comes the elements of life. We thank her for these blessings, for her beauty and her grace, and the rhythm of our journey through this life. Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother. Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother. Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother. Listen to the rhythm and the motion of the mother.
Desire.
Surrender.
Transformation.
Solidarity.
Manifestation.
Commitment.
Honor.
Truth.
Strength.
Compassion.
Desire.
Surrender.
Transformation.
Solidarity.
Manifestation.
Commitment.
Honor.
Truth.
Strength.
Compassion.
Desire.
Surrender.
Transformation.
Solidarity.
Manifestation.
Commitment.
Honor. Truth. Strength. Compassion.
By root and by mountain, the mother stands firm. She circles our bodies with arms made of loam, cradling power and guiding our way. She feeds us the strength to defend this our home. We rise, we rise, we find that we live on an insignificant planet of a humdrum star, lost in a galaxy, tucked away in some forgotten corner of a universe in which there are far more galaxies than people.
To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour.
Nature is an infinite sphere of which the center is everywhere and the circumference nowhere.
If a man walks in the woods for the love of them half of each day, he is regarded as a loafer. But if he spends his whole day as a speculator, shearing off those woods and making earth bald before her time, he is esteemed an industrious and enterprising citizen.
It's the essential adventure of our time. The shift from an industrial society to a life-sustaining civilization.
My work is loving the world. Hear the sunflowers. They're the hummingbird, equal seekers of sweetness. Let me keep my mind on what matters, which is mostly standing still and learning to be astonished.
Be humble, for you are made of earth. Be noble, for you are made of stars.
sorrows that earth cannot heal.
Let the beauty we love be what we do.